Hey YouTube. We have kind of a lot on our plate according to our quest log. And Jathal wants us to follow that guy who probably killed her. And Valerie wants us to deal with the Order of the Prism. And I want to deal with them too, since they're denouncing my region. So, I heard you received an unpleasant letter lately. Let me guess, from Lindsay, right? She keeps poking her nose into other people's business. Valerie lowers her head sadly. Forgive me, Titus. I was hoping I'd manage this without your help this time, which is why I didn't tell you. A while ago I received a letter from a new temple of Sheln on the outskirts of Pitax, from a paladin of the Order of the Prisms. This time they're not demanding that I return to the Order. Instead, they want me to go there and submit to a great divine trial in answer for all my transgressions in front of Sheln's worthy servants. Of course I tore up the letter and tried to forget about it, but now they've begun to plot against the entire kingdom. Maybe if I do go there, I'll be able to convince them to leave us alone. Who knows? Maybe it would be best if I appear for this trial. Valerie doesn't notice herself raising her hand and touching her scar. Why is it you never just talk to me? I have to pry everything out of you. Please accept my humble apologies, Titus. Every time I encounter a problem, I think it's in my power to handle it on my own, and I cannot keep distracting you from running your kingdom. But time and again, I find I must rely on my friends. I promise I will not keep anything back from you again. Alright, let's go there and get to the bottom of this. Thank you. I'm ready to leave as soon as you have time. Okay, let's see what's going on here.
Without a doubt. Forwards.
I wonder if it really feels like an honor to those guys to see me when they must see me like every day. He stands guard to my door. I use my door. Of course, sometimes I'm gone for like a month at a time, but you know. Let's see, anything else? Okay. Yeah, Bald Hilltop is an issue. Hellknights are not the most courteous guests, are they? And the Hellknights from the Order of the Wreck are the vilest of them all. A tan-skinned half-elf with green eyes looks at you respectfully, but with a smile on his face. My name is Darvin. Darvin? The rebellious murderer Alincia is searching for? Yes, I'm a rebel, a murderer, a pirate, a renegade, a smuggler, and I have lots of other scary titles. If you listen to Lynxia, I'm evil incarnate. Baby Eater, your worst nightmare come true. If the end of time should ever come, it will be because of me and me alone. Of course, all of Lyncia's accusations are false, that is to say, they're not entirely true. It's true I'm involved in this story, but my sins are not so great as they're thought to be. Okay. It's so long I don't even know where to begin. Although, I guess you're only interested in the things I've been accused of. I did in fact kill a Chelish noble, and I participated in a rebellion, but all of this happened by total accident. I was the captain of a ship that sailed the inner sea. We traded with those who were stronger than us and raided those who were weaker. Just regular life for a man of my profession. One day we stopped at one of the Cheliax ports, and that's when it all started. I caught sight of a certain Chelish noble who for a long time had been #1 on my kill-on-sight list, so I challenged him to a duel, and he was too stupid to refuse. I dispatched him, only then to learn that he was a distant relative of Cheliax's crown prince, and besides that, the lord of the surrounding lands. And of course, no one in the area was at all fond of him. After his death, a rebellion broke out. That's nothing new for Cheliax. As his accidental killer, I was named the rebellion's leader, but I assure you that I fled the first moment I could, leapt upon my ship, and set sail. A month later I found out I'd become the main reason for a great tragedy, and an enemy of the Chelish people. Okay, so why did you need to kill him? Once, long ago, long before all this rebellion nonsense, I used to be a simple sailor who served the Taldorian merchant fleet. Good old times. He squinched dreamily, continuing to watch you closely under his half-closed eyelids. The blazing sun overhead, a salty taste on your lips. Hee hee. The squawk of seagulls calling you forwards, ropes squeaking in the storm as you fight against the sea itself, winning in the end, and of course the line of the land on the horizon, when you know that tonight you will have a mug of rum in one hand and a smiling girl to share it with. But all that came to an end when once a certain Chelish noble decided that he liked our goods, but didn't like our fleet. I survived the battle, barely, clinging to a piece of driftwood, lost on the open sea like me. I swore I'd have my revenge, so I decided to become a pirate myself. A pirate captain as need be. You can't always get what you want, you know? Unless you're me. Darwin gives you a smug smile. So what do you want from me? Well, I do ask. I've so much to offer. You see, I'm rich. I don't mind sharing my riches with those who can help me with my troubles. Lynxie, on the other hand, will give you nothing. I doubt she'd even say thank you. I know where Lynxia has set up her temporary camp, in a secluded lodge on the edge of the southern Gnarl Marches. Go there, convince her to stop chasing me, order her, kill her if needed. It shouldn't be difficult. What do you say? Do we have a deal? You figured you'll buy me? Why not? Everything and everyone has a price. It's just a matter of negotiation. So how much do I cost, by your estimations? None of these are satisfactory. But, yeah, I'm just gonna attack him. So that's how it is. Most unpleasant, but not entirely unexpected. Darwin raises his eyebrow and dissipates into thin air. Turns out you've been talking with his illusion all along. Damn it.
Without a doubt.
I don't see why it counted as evil to attack him when he is a wanted murderer. I mean, he murdered the guy lawfully, but still. I'm gonna check out Bald Hilltop since that curse is getting close again. No issue right now.
Forwards.
New alerts. It's always annoying when I get an alert and I've only been away from the kingdom for like an hour. Okay, there was a strange occurrence. Tell me what this strange occurrence was. No one's even gonna tell me? I don't see any other opportunity trees or something on the map. That one is unclear what's going on.
Forwards.
Actually, I don't think I've talked to Storyteller for a bit. Okay. So let's talk to that Order of the Wreck woman, if we know where she is. Because even though the Hellknights are evil, that other guy kind of rubs me the wrong way. I don't like the idea that he thinks he can just buy me. What's up with this? I don't think I noticed that before.
Forwards.
Never mind. I remember what was going on here. Oh yeah, I've been here before. I'm staying extra on top of these exclamation marks because I skipped 2 weeks before I started the episode, and there was some sort of crazy Fey attack. I don't think it was this. But the Fey attack was taking like -4 from a good number of my stats every day. So it's probably related to the curse and how that's about to pop. So I shouldn't go too far away. Ah, new events. This will probably be the curse popping up.
How may I serve you, Your Highness?
Forwards.
I expected the new events to be in the throne room, but I guess we'll check the village. Maybe it's in the tavern? I don't know. The game's being very vague. It is a bit annoying.
How may I serve you, Your Highness?
Oh yeah. I hadn't told him about this.
Was merely the trick of some wicked fae from the First World. Christian told me already, Your Grace, looking like a beaten puppy all the while. I cannot say that this late confession brought me much solace. Damn it all! So what if Erastil didn't lead me here? I didn't do all this traveling for naught. And yes, I forgave Christian, have no doubt of that. Last thing I need is to bear a grudge against that dunce.
Come on, Tristan's not a dunce.
Your Highness, if there's one thing I know, it's matters of faith. Whether it is my own god or some other.
How much diamond dust do I have? $353. Alright. I won't worry about it for now.
Forwards.
Not seeing anything going on here either. Kind of wasting a lot of
Without
time.
a doubt.
I'm just going to stay on the lookout for new figures that appear on the map. They're actually a little easier to see in map view. Oh. I was hoping someone would show up right in front of the exit again. Okay. I give up on finding this new event. We have real quests to solve. Wait, why is Valerie tired? We just left. What the hell? Okay. That's what we're looking for. And now it's time to get to Bald Hilltop. I should guess Valerie would be bad at cooking. So many things to do, people to save, people to tell to shut the hell up.
I am yours to command.
Let's make sure they're all in a good formation. Actually, we've got like all frontliners. Let's find a friends in the back.
Fight back. Best kind of fight. Not used to lighting enemies on fire first.
We shall.
Let us strike at once!
Wasted.
Speed comes at longbow +2. Valerie seems confused. Yes, actually confused.
Forwards.
Looks like Akbo might be confused as well.
The end draws near.
What spell was it that frees their mind? I thought it was this, but... Oh well.
Ow! Who's there? Lamashtu? I'm leaking red all over myself.
Oh, sorry. Was lost in thought.
Let's see, they're confused for another minute.
Need a bandage.
Kind of a
Big
pain.
one. Oh!
Yes, I'm still here.
Maybe it'll let us leave to the map. Kinda doubt it, but we'll see. Are they good? Okay. Now we can get the Order of Shellen off our back. Yeah, this one was a big deal. That's the one that was taking all those points from the nation. It's so important. Someone's gonna have to be pulled off whatever they're doing. Okay, it was DC 30, so he's going to fail. So it's really just a matter of what happens when he fails. Better go there and skip a day. Okay, or the DC didn't matter. Gonna check one more time. I feel like I missed one of the problems. I apologize for how many loading screens there are. This guy. So Lynxia's around the Gudrun River. Okay. That was it. Just double checking. Got another exclamation mark, but I'm gonna let it wait. To get over to this issue for Valerie. Things just keep popping up.
More strength. Thanks.
According to the guard, the king ordered the porters... Oh, never mind. It's just the Patek's guard.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
Leopard.
A rest would be welcome.
Repent!
We shall overcome!
I don't know if leopards are actually pack hunters. But I guess it doesn't matter. We get a generous donation of leopard skin. I guess it only makes sense that Shillen's temples are entirely made of, like, attractive mosaics, nice carpets. Actually, this mosaic is very attractive. Whoever did this, like the artist, did a really good job. A white-haired priest looks at you over his glasses. Look who's here, King Titus Aruk. My respects, and I see you've brought company. Paladin wearing armor strikes his open palm with his fist. Finally, for a woman balancing on the edge of excommunication, you are sluggish, Valerie. Valerie slowly turns her head towards the Paladin and gives him an icy look. I'm never in a hurry to meet those who would seek petty revenge upon the innocent for another's alleged transgressions. The Paladin notices knock-knock and chokes with fury. And this! How dare you drag this abomination into the temple of the goddess? Knock-knock grimaces and sticks his tongue out. Yes, stink is awful. What are those flowers? Ew. Please, everyone, be calm. Let's not hurry in with accusations and hasty decisions. In the end, we're in a sacred place. Arguments under this vaulting are unacceptable. Alright, who are you? My name is Larian. I'm a priest of Shelln, and leader of the local congregation. For now, at least. Until my place is taken by a permanent priest from the Order of Prisms. For now, I'm a spiritual advisor and mentor to respected Higand and his people, paladins of Shillen, who require the advice of more experienced devotees. What is this place? The Temple of the Lenses is a new abbey for one of the orders of Shillen. The priest looks up at the vaulting in admiration. A beautiful architectural masterpiece, isn't it? Such a sophisticated building will make a splendid home for the Order of Prisms. Rim looks up and around. The dwarf mindlessly thrusts his hand into his beard and tugs at it, mumbling something fiercely. Which of you is behind the dirty rumors about my kingdom? We say the truth, and you call it a dirty rumor. We're the protectors of Shillen, and all who call her patron. It's ridiculous to hear the charge of slander from one who has befriended a viper. Your friend blackens the name of the goddess herself. I will pass unremarked the vaguely veiled insults. In the end, I have the doubtful honor of talking to a coward who can only throw around empty words and ungrounded accusations. You're too spineless to meet me face to face and make your claims in person. That's why you prefer to strike on the sly. Please calm down. Although I do not approve of the methods of respected Hagen, I will not tolerate jokes at the expense of a paladin of Sheln in her very temple. And you enjoy mocking Valerie and the king? Why are there so many hypocrites among followers of supposedly kind gods? I see there's a whole company here. Evid bows in a refined manner. My respects, king. I came at the special invitation of Sir Hagen. How could I refuse a paladin of my beloved patron? My respects to you. And you, Valerie. Fredrero Sinnet nods to you and looks at Valerie. Seeing the scar, he purses his lips and shakes his head sorrowfully. I heard about what happened to you, but seeing it with my own eyes is unbearable. Believe me, I never wanted this. To be honest, I don't even remember striking the blow. The wrinkle on Valerie's forehead softens. We settled our argument in battle, Fredrero. As for the scar, I've been wearing my wounds for a long time. I want you to leave Valerie alone. She serves me and owes no debt to Sheln. Divine responsibilities surpass all worldly vows and commitments. Valerie was promised to Sheln and rejected that honor. Now Valerie returns to her order and insults Sheln again. It's time to repent and answer for your transgressions. I tried to forget everything. They stuck into my head in the order, but I remember one thing for certain. Sheln is not revengeful or stern. I don't believe your words, Paladin. You're right, Valerie. Our goddess is not stern with those who misstep, which is why you need not fear the divine trial. Its name is just an old tradition. Valerie looks down. An expression that could be taken for abashment freezes on her face. What exactly is Valerie accused of? A persistent disrespect and insolence towards Sheln's order and the goddess herself. The Order of the Eternal Rose disowned this woman, but we, the Order of Prisms, will finish what was started. If Valerie refuses to repent, she shall suffer punishment. If Sheln's newest order appears each time another one stops persecuting me, my disrespect for your goddess will only grow. You're creating the very thing that you so diligently fight, but are incapable of understanding this. Maybe this trial will bring you peace? Valerie keeps silent for a few moments, then takes a deep breath. Very well, I will endure this trial if it helps put an end to all this. Thank you for agreeing, Valerie. Let's begin. Sheln's divine trial has commenced. May she be merciful to the lost and confused. It's time to listen to all sides and decide what fate awaits Valerie. Today, under the vaulting of the Templar Prisms, we, followers of the goddess, will give you, Valerie, a chance to redeem yourself in the eyes of Sheln, and... Enough, Laren. Everybody present knows she doesn't deserve redemption. She lost the right to forgiveness on the day she rejected Sheln's grace. Fredrero Sinnet clears his throat to attract everyone's attention. I didn't come here to stand silent like an idol. When I challenged Valerie to a duel, she agreed. We fought according to all rules, and our argument was settled. Think what you will of Valerie, but at least she showed me some respect. I never wanted to insult anyone. All I dreamed of, was to choose my own way. Yeah, everyone can follow their own path. This may surprise you, but I agree with you. Once my blood cooled, I started to realize that my complaints about Valerie were a little excessive. Enough about Fredrero. We don't have that much time, and Valerie gives us much to consider. According to her masters at the Order of the Eternal Rose, she's always been noble and merciful. Stories about her valor she showed in Brevoy spread far beyond its borders. How many did this fearless warrior save from the fire at Jamandi Aldori's house? They and many others owe their lives to her. I only did what I had to, no more, no less. I'll keep quiet on that. So much smugness in her words, so much pride. Valerie closes her eyes in irritation and swallows heavily. You feel she is about to scream. Enough. I'm tired of all this senseless babble. I shall prove that Valerie is a capricious and dishonorable woman who has twisted her life to pursue a single goal, to harm everything that is precious to Shell. I have a reliable witness who can confirm my statement. I present Sir Evild. Evild pushes his chest out and pulls his chin up. This lady insulted me in front of my audience, for no reason at all, arrested me with brutal force, and the worst part is, when the dust settled and our blood cooled, Valerie didn't even think to apologize for her behavior. I'd say that only confirms her maliciousness. I'll let them know he provoked her. Laren raises a brow at and looks at Elvid. Oh? Was this man's art meant to do harm? No, well, possibly, just possibly, I might have drawn some inspiration from certain poetic punishment. Then I cannot accept your statement. Leave this temple. Oh yeah, those diplomacy points kicking in. Valerie raises her head and takes a deep breath, as if awakening from a deep sleep. She looks at the temple's decorations and raises her hand. I've stood here listening to your arguments for long enough. Now it's my turn to speak. My departure from the Order of the Eternal Rolls was not an insult to Shiln or her followers. All I wanted was to devote my life to what's important to me. The goddess's followers never gave me a single chance to walk my own life's path. Do I value art? No. Am I ready to serve it? No. Do I respect those who have brought so much trouble to me and the king? No. But there are some of you, like me, who dream of just one thing, to carry out your chosen duty. Valerie turns to Laren and lowers her head. If all servants of Shiln were like you, my parting from the Order could have been much more peaceful. Maybe I don't deserve forgiveness in the eyes of Shiln. Maybe fanatics like Sir Heng would be happier to see me in the news. But I see now that one shouldn't laugh at another's way just because one doesn't understand or share it. But now, speaking openly before you, my conscience is definitely clear, and if you wish to judge me for the fact that my opinion is different from yours, the divine trial is over. Shiln has made her decision. About what? How? Valerie touches her face. The scar. It's gone. Oh, when? I didn't even notice. Witchery. Again, why does the sheep point at Valerie with a trembling hand? But why? Lara smiles softly, looking at Valerie. Look at her, my friend. She is proud, but who could expect otherwise from a creature of such amazing beauty? Now, as Shiln's light fills Valerie's soul, the child is filled with renewed radiance. The thorn that pricked has been burned away. The goddess shows Valerie a way to the source of light and beauty. No! He pulls out his weapon, shakes it in the air, rolling his bloodshot eyes. The witch has deceived Shiln. Only I know the will of the goddess. Death to Valerie! Fuck. I really did not expect that.
I got you dead.
Let us strike as one!
That was unfortunate. Valerie's panting and wiping the sweat from her forehead. This is it, finally. Valerie turns to Lauren and looks at him expectantly. I think it's obvious to everyone here that that bloodshed is always a heavy burden on the shoulders of Shiln's followers. Forgive them, Valerie. Blind faith clouded their judgment and pushed towards violence, desecrating this holy place. Shiln's light will not soon return to this vaulting. Guerrero puts away his weapon, looking sour. But we will do everything in our power to wash away this disgrace. On behalf of the Order of the Eternal Rose, I offer you, Valerie, and you, Your Highness, my sincerest apologies. The Order of Prisms is young, and too zealous in their judgment of events and signs. There's nothing else for us to do here, Titus. If you don't mind, I'd like to have done with this place. That didn't exactly feel like visiting the temple of a kind goddess. I hope that after this, Shiln's Paladins will think twice before doing harm to your kingdom. Anyway, they're usually much more reserved than those fanatics from the Order of Prisms. Let's go. We can discuss it at the capital. I want to see the end of this place as soon as possible.
Sentes.
Sure are a lot of summoned wolves all of a sudden.
Forwards.
What happened to this poor dude? And who makes a masterwork club? I mean, it's basically a glorified stick. Ooh. That statue is really pretty.
Without a doubt. I will guide
Yeah,
us.
this whole place was designed really well. It's a shame it's only a side quest area. I'm not sure what I'm expecting to find, it's like a cool area, so I want to look around.
Our path leads on.
It looks like, I mean, there's a big gate in the way, but I kind of feel like there's a way to get back there. There's a hidden treasure chest here. I don't know if it's one that you can actually interact with or if it's just decoration. Yeah. Alright. Even though my treasure senses are sort of going off, I think I'll let that one slide.
Forwards. Not super interested in those new events right now. Now, the lady from the Hellknights is supposed to be somewhere around here. But it might actually be more that secluded lodge. Let's go ahead and see what happened in the kingdom. That should be resolved now. And now I can have a town. Okay. Now Silvershire is a real town, not just a village.
Get a whole nother plot. That's quite nice. Goblin quarters? Now we can get some nice, like, 2-slot things. I have been wanting a mansion. Yeah, I don't think we need a cistern when we're built on a river. I don't know what this barbarian arena is, but the goblin quarters seem like fun. It seems like a dick move to put them right next to the mansion, though. Give them one space apart. Let's put a fort in between them while we're at it. And the fort benefits from having a jail. Then we've got one there and one there. Sorely tempted to sell the Halfling Brewery and put in the Mage's Tower. It'd be +7 to Arcane. Okay. We suddenly have a really nice town. Or a really full town. Its niceness may be subject to your opinion on goblins. Everyone's very busy. Your young girl will be free in 3 days. I would like to deal with the Hellknights, but I haven't been able to find them. Ah, dang. Oh, jeez. Now many taverns forbid entrance to soldiers and other servants of the town. That's awful. Oh, I think... Yeah, she's not even actually doing this. She just had her name on it. Yeah, bleh. Okay, I can send her to something more important. Those trade agreements sure do take a while, but I mean, I guess that's understandable. Okay, looking forward to having a real city. King, how did you get here? Who told you about this place? I demand answers. Why does she talk like that to you? She importanter than you? Knock clicks back and forth between you and Lynxia, as though comparing. Tell me more about the investigation. We've interrogated the capital's population, but no one proved to have any solid clues. Now we move our investigation to the neighboring villages. I'll find Darvin, whatever it takes. Today, tomorrow, in a week, or in a year, he won't escape me. But you never answered my question. How did you get here? Darvin told me where to look for you. What? How did this happen? When? Where is he now? Well, he asked me to get rid of you. You should have executed the criminal, not engaged him in conversation. It was your duty as the ruler of these lands. You do have something to hide. I think I'll just have to sort it out personally. To battle! Great job, my friend. I doubt anyone else could have managed to distract Lynxia for so long. Now all that's left is to finish her off. Treason! To battle!
Let's finish them quick.
I'd really rather to kill Darvin. God damn it. Actually, let's try some of my fun new spells. Jeez, could have called us huge. Let's all just get out of her way for a second.
Great team.
Consider provoked. This is for you!
Although they've got nice stuff. Kind of wish their helms were magic. Alright, Darvin turns to you and graces you with a shining smile. I thank you for your help. Without you, I'd never have been able to deal with this fanatic. I hope you'll forgive me for the little show I took the liberty of putting on. After all, the results weren't bad, wouldn't you agree? Anyhow, it seems I owe you an explanation. Again, that's beginning to become a habit. But before you forget, please accept this modest reward. You've earned every bit of it. You set me up. Now Lynxia thanks for accomplices. I regret if I've caused you any discomfort. I hope that the sound of golden coins jingling in your purse will help you forget this unfortunate episode. Valerie folds her hands across her chest. I cannot say which is worse, the lies manipulation or the sincere belief that the righteous wrath they caused can be bought off. Explain yourself then. I'm listening. You do remember the whole story I told you earlier, right? About the duel with the Chelish noble and the rebellion which followed his death? You see, that whole story has one little additional piece. Well, not so little to be precise. His name is Mammon. He's one of the archdevils, the Ardent Prince, or so I've been told. He's made a pact with me, and I'm having trouble upholding my side of the bargain, and his patience is growing thinner by the day. That Chelish noble had a pact with Mammon too, which I expect is commonplace for the Chelish nobility, and the noble was in no hurry to fulfill his end of the deal either. By killing him, I earned Mammon's gratitude, and he offered me a similar pact, and a handsome sum of gold, and my cherished dream come true. That's what he promised, so how could I say no? Okay, so what are you getting on with here? I'm to become a king, no more, no less. The subjects of my kingdom are supposed to worship Mammon as their official deity and pay taxes to his temples. It's not so difficult a task, I suppose, especially if you have enough money. The only problem is Lynxia. The moment I lay my kingdom's first cornerstone, I'll become an easy target. She'll instantly find me and promptly introduce me to all of her torture devices. However, I fear that soon I'll have to take the risk and establish my kingdom nevertheless. Mammon is growing restless, and in the end I'd rather risk facing Lynxia than challenge him. So this means you want to become a king? Oh yes, it was my dream ever since I was sailing the inner sea as part of the Taldorian merchant fleet. I even came up with a name for my kingdom, Breinhardt. Ah, fond memories of those careless times, when I had neither crazy zealots nor offended archdevils chasing me. How romantic. I would be curious to see Breinhardt, if you're ever lucky enough to turn it from dream into reality. What do you want from me? Help me get rid of Lynxia, once and for all. Of course, your help will be amply rewarded. I can be very grateful. I'm really not interested in helping him. So what do you say? Will you accept my offer? You belong on the rack. The rack's been waiting for me a long time. Sadly, I'm just too busy to waste time on it. Besides, to tell you the truth, the rack's not my type of a date. Then, all of a sudden, Darvin's voice grows serious. If by any chance you decide to facilitate my meeting with the miscreants, then you'll fail. I'll escape again, so let's just talk instead, without threats, like civilized people. Let's try this a second time. Things are unfolding in a most regrettable way. I should have offered him more money.
Now, hey, Orama.
Greater invisibility is not even that big a deal.
Patience.
But of course he gets away.
Forwards.
I see you had some Hellknights as guests. Blast the snots back to hell. They scare simple folk away just sitting there. Good thing you've shown them what's what. I just want people to not fight. I say as I try and kill that guy. Oh well. Maybe he'll get the hint and stop hiding out in my kingdom. Okay, now I think I can finally spend some proper time managing the barony. Sorry about that. I was just typing something into Twitch. Yeah, Jathal's quest is still waiting. Luckily, loyalty is still a high value. Okay. I think I have time to rank someone up. Let's make sure all the problems are properly dealt with. When do those trade agreements finish? 2 days? Cool. $63 BP per week. Pretty good. Every region has upgrades. That's kind of a big deal. Lindsay almost never succeeds in her quest, no matter how easy it is. Okay, let's see what I can build in my new capital city. Be a shame if a lawful kingdom didn't have a courthouse. I don't actually have a ton of BP. So, nope, won't be building a black market, although it is interesting. Oh, Noble Villa sounds cool. Theater. And it needs to be built around other things that increase culture. We have 1 BP. Alright, I guess that means we're done. That one's a little too hard for Lindsay. And now we need to visit. That would give me a lot of +1s to economy. Interesting. Neat. Ooh. That'd be really good. This would also be really good. But everyone's busy and I'm broke. Complicated situation, Your Highness. Dwellers in one of the distant villages have asked that we deal with their neighbor, one way or another. They can't talk sense into him, which is why they've turned to you. Their troublesome neighbor discovered a magical charm in the swamps. Among some ancient ruins, he claimed. Afterwards, strange things began to happen in the village. One day, a dead silence fell upon the whole area. Another day, the sun seemed to stop shining. Everyone blames the charm, and they beg its owner to give it up. But he refuses. He found it, and by his thinking, he'll be the one that decides what to do with it. It's dangerous to leave an unidentified magical items in the hands of an ignoramus, all the more so when it seems to be causing such disturbing events. But it won't be fair to just take it from him. I suggest we buy it from him, and then give it to our appraiser for examination. Okay. We can buy it. Hopefully it costs gold and not BP, or I'm gonna be broke. In fact, it's too risky. Because if I go broke, it lowers my effect to the whole kingdom. Indeed, that would solve our problem as well. I will do as you say, Your Highness. A gathered force. A new day and a fresh victory, Your Highness. Another attack has been repelled, and your grateful subjects have a special reward for you. It was you who was behind the attacks, wasn't it? But why? Yes, at least to a certain extent. My lady, Nerissa, ordered me to open the way for creatures from the First World. I've often traveled between worlds, so it was not a difficult thing to do. Galarian is closely connected to the First World. Spontaneous portals between the two worlds are not uncommon. All I did was give one such portal some extra stability. Every few months it opened wide enough to allow Nerissa's creatures to come charging through. What I did was terrible. People were dying all the time, because of me, and I could do nothing but warn them of the next attack. I mourn the losses every day. My only hope is that one day I will be able to make up for these evil acts. In any case, I doubt Tristan's repentance will somehow prevent the next attack. The attacks will continue. As with the ever-blooming flower, I only helped Nerissa open a portal from the First World to Galarian. I am not the one leading her armies. Together we'll defeat Nerissa. I don't deserve your help, but as Serene is my witness, I am eternally grateful to you. We'll prepare for the next attack. I'm sure of it. Your kingdom is far stronger than your enemies, as you remind them from time to time. Alright. Now let's talk about what happened at the temple. Please let me speak first. I wish to thank you, and apologize. I'm afraid I've dragged you into a huge amount of trouble. Trust me, I didn't want any of this, and it saddens me that you've had to endure, but at the same time I'm happy I had you at my side through it all. I finally stopped blaming Sheln for all my troubles and found peace. Not that I suddenly came to love the goddess and her stupid followers, but now I understand. If you want others to respect your choices, you must respect theirs, however ridiculous they may seem to you. And of course, I'm ready to return to my duties with you. There are many battles ahead of you, and my responsibility is to protect you from any threat. Yep, together we can overcome any obstacle. Your enthusiasm reminds me of Lindsay's, in a good way. I'm glad the scar is gone. At least the world around me has returned to its accustomed place. This morning I found another love note under my door, though I can't say I missed the extra attention. Upgrade any region. Darvin has disappeared again. What's wrong with that fellow? And Lynxie has gone with him. I mean, they disappeared separately, but they both disappeared at the same time. Oh, I'll have to rewrite this later. Anyway, we have no other option but to be patient again, but I'm sure the story isn't over yet. Ancient Curse is off us for basically another year. Alright, things are going well right now. Okay.
Loyalty -2, but economy +6. The treasurer wrote an angry letter. As a result, taxes were paid in full, though not on time. Oh, dang. How could you not deal with rats, man? The warden's people managed to find a whole swarm of were-rats in the capital's catacombs. Worse, the team sent in to clear their lair was completely defeated. So many events. What the fuck? Okay, an opportunity. An opportunity. Opportunity. Problem. DC 14. It's no issue. Opportunity. Problem. Visit the throne room. Visit the throne room. Looks like we're finally about to see another part of that story about Draven and Lynxia, but this time a peaceful solution seems an unlikely outcome. That wretched book burner has sent us a message. Here you are. I hope you enjoy it. She's softened her tone a bit, and now she's asking us to help her. She writes that Darwin has built a city near your border, so she's going to assault it. She's decided that we'll volunteer to be her reinforcement. You won't be offended that I read your letter, right? Just that the courier brought it in an unsealed paper, so I just, Fine, we'll go there as soon as we have time to spare. I guess we should hurry, or they'll probably kill each other before we even get there. You make that sound like it's a bad thing. It's basically an ideal solution. I am pleased to inform your highness that the magical arts have blossomed in our lands, and each day more and more magic users flock to our capital. A mage quarter of sorts has begun to form around the artifact appraiser, bookshops, alchemy labs, and even an illusionist parlor. However, such rapid growth also attracts more dubious practitioners. I've been approached by a master necromancer from Geb. Considering that his craft is outlawed and vilified across the world, he suggests a deal. We supply him a license, allowing him to provide non-living workforce rental services, which means we'll allow him to raise undead laborers and rent them out to farms, sawmills, and warehouses. In gratitude, he will deliver us his first batch of workers. He assured me that he only works with willingly donated materials, bodies of peasants who signed a contract prior to death. Nevertheless, I advise you to decline his offer. It must be remembered that the necromancer must cut off a small piece of the departed soul in order to animate a body. Also bear in mind that our living workers cannot compete with undead slaves. Thus our good people will grow even poorer and be forced to sell their own labor for even less. This would result in a vicious cycle, gradually making our state completely dependent on the service of necromancers. I've always thought that that was the sort of thing that should happen in a fantasy realm. Like, if you can have free labor that lasts forever, doesn't need food, doesn't need rest, and can perform simple tasks, obviously you would have them perform the simple tasks. But, it does pose an issue to the economy, and I suppose in this one case, I'll go with the storyteller's advice. I'll rely on your advice in this matter. New event, Arcane Lobby. So we've got a +4, +7 stats, -2, +5 stats total.
Okay. I'm gonna save things here, level up Jathal, and go out and deal with her side quest, and probably hit Breinhardt at the same time. So, I'll end the episode here. I had fun. Hope you guys did too. Be good.